everyone? Welcome back to the channel for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to cover just a little subject, so it's not going to be a super long video. This subject is about a question that I've been getting recently. I've gotten it before. I've gone over this before in past videos on the channel, so I thought I would just kind of, I guess, make a fresh video going into detail about it. I unfortunately don't have the car with me to basically show you the detail of this, but this is basically just something you can do to make your Newedge different. Doesn't cost a lot. It's a very small mod, but it definitely changes the outlook of the car in a big way. Everyone wants to know how I did the quad tips on the Mustang. There's no Mustangs. I don't know how many there are now, but when I did it, there wasn't many. The only ones I ever saw were at Mustang Week or American Muscle, and that was just maybe a few, like a handful, that had the quad tips. It's a very easy mod. Again, I can make a video in the future showing the exhaust and stuff like that on the car and how I did it, but we're just going to dive right into this and get into it. So the exhaust in the Mustang is BBK full-length coyote swap headers with an X-pipe and then a boreless stinger catback. You do have to modify your catback, and this works best, in my opinion, with a 03 to 04 Cobra rear bumper. You can either do like I did, shave the rear bumper, or get it shaved, which is just the lettering filled in. You can have like a paint shop or something do that. That's what I would recommend, or somebody that knows what they're doing. Secondly, it looks, I knew somebody that did it on a Newedge, just like a regular GT bumper. It looked alright. It didn't look bad, but in my opinion, if I were to do it, I recommend definitely a Cobra bumper. I think it just looks best like that, in my opinion. But so basically, where I got the quad tips, they're from Stang Mods. I think they were like $190 when I got them a couple years ago. I believe Stang Mods website still does exist. But so basically, they're just lookalikes for like a GT500 quad tip. That's all it is. And I thought it looked really cool. I saw somebody Photoshop one day on Facebook, when Facebook used to be more popping with the I guess the car blogs and all that. But yeah, so I went ahead and bought a set. They're universal, but you do have to modify your catback. So you're basically just like, if you have a Borla catback, Flowmaster, or just a regular, you can take it to the muffler shop and they give you the universal traditional exhaust tips or whatever. Not really a fan of, but I had the Borla ones that had like the round exhaust tip or whatever. Looked good, but I wanted something different. And I know that there's other people out there that make these into like a powdered black look. If you want that, I'm sure you can always get these powder coated or something. I just went with the universal I guess aluminum metal look, because the rear bumper of the Cobra, the bottom part is black, so it's not going to show if the exhaust tips are blended in. So what you do is you basically just cut your I would measure, of course. You cut your exhaust tips off, you weld these on, and then you take the exhaust hanger and you weld that on to make sure you have it correct. I mean, you could probably do this a couple times, but like the way that this metal is kind of thin, and it's from what I remember, the welds, it's just really flimsy versus just regular steel and stuff like that. So I've never had a real problem with it not falling off or fitting and stuff like that. But that's basically all you do. And for it to fit on either bumper, you have to trim it, and you trim the part where the exhaust tip already fits out. You just kind of want to take your already exhaust tip that's on there, or if you have to cut it off, you have to cut it off or whatever, or just undo the exhaust catback itself and just measure it. And then you kind of measure like how far you want it to go in or to stick out, and then you also measure basically where you're going to cut for how wide it fits. I got lucky. Basically, I did a freehand, but basically I got it pretty good on, I guess, both times that I did it. I did measure and stuff like that, but that's basically all you do. Overall, it's a great mod. I've had it on the car for at least 5 years. Never had an issue with rust, or when they get dirty, they look definitely good when you clean them up. I just use like chemical guys on it and stuff like that, so it stands up to like just regular good old car wash crap or whatever. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it. I figure I would just answer these questions now, because I always get like, where did you get these? Every time I post a picture, yeah, so Sting mods, they're right around $200. It's just the work that goes into it to get it to fit. But in the overall outcome, you know, the finished product, it looks really good. So that's what I would do. But that's going to do for this video, guys. I just kind of wanted to cover, doing a little car vlog on the way to the gym. So I figured I would just cover this real quick, because I've been getting quite a few questions about it for the past couple weeks. So, but anyways, stay tuned for future videos. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Check out other videos on the channel itself. Give those a thumbs up because it helps the channel out. We're trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to give you guys more content. Once you get the car going, it's like finding a parking spot at the gym. It's, you know, thinking of ideas and stuff like that. It's not always easy. I guess if you want to call it being a YouTuber, is not super easy, but we're just trying to grow this channel and basically just, you know, make this hobby kind of something cool, you know, give you guys something to enjoy and bring other stuff on the channel, you know, just stuff like that, just normal cool stuff.